Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Senior Wellness Report. Do you ever find yourself feeling a bit more tired than usual? Maybe experiencing occasional dizziness, or perhaps headaches seem more frequent? It's so easy to think, well, that's just part of getting older. Many people do. But dismissing these feelings or ignoring a specific number during your health checkups could mean overlooking a true silent killer. There's a condition mistaken for normal aging by up to 80% of seniors, often because its most dangerous sign is having no obvious signs at all. Ignoring this common issue or thinking slightly elevated readings are just your normal dramatically increases the risk for serious, life-changing events like a heart attack, a stroke, kidney problems, or even memory decline, especially after age 60 or 65. Understanding this hidden threat is absolutely vital for protecting your health, your energy, and your independence for all the years ahead. In this video, we're going to shed light on this widespread health concern. We'll explain clearly what it is, why it becomes particularly risky as we age, the subtle signs that might appear, but importantly why you can't rely on them, and the most crucial part, practical, actionable steps you can take starting today to protect yourself or manage the condition effectively. Staying with us for this information could genuinely make a vital difference for you or someone you care about. So, what is this often ignored silent killer? We're talking about high blood pressure, also known as hypertension. You've likely heard the term, maybe your doctor checks it routinely. But there's often a big difference between hearing about it and truly grasping the profound impact it can have, particularly in our later years. It earns the name silent killer because the vast majority of people with high blood pressure feel perfectly fine. They don't have specific symptoms shouting danger, especially when the pressure is only moderately high. This is exactly where that confusion with normal aging comes in. You feel generally okay, perhaps chalking up fatigue or minor aches to age, making it easy to miss the underlying issue. But high blood pressure isn't just abstract numbers. It represents a constant, excessive force pushing against the delicate walls of your arteries, day in and day out. Imagine your arteries are like garden hoses. A certain amount of water pressure is needed to make the water flow. But if that pressure is consistently too high, it puts constant strain on the hose itself. Over time, this high pressure can damage the inner lining, make the hose stiff and less flexible, and eventually lead to weak spots or even blockages. Your blood vessels are far more intricate and vital than any garden hose. Getting reliable health information is incredibly important, especially about heart health. Dismissing high blood pressure as just part of getting older is a dangerous myth health experts actively work to dispel. Large studies involving countless seniors across the globe consistently show a clear, undeniable link between uncontrolled high blood pressure and severe health problems. Doctors universally recognize it as a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke that, crucially, we can often do something about. So let's map out what we'll cover clearly. First, we'll define high blood pressure and explain those two numbers in simple terms. Second, we'll delve deeper into why ignoring it as normal aging is such a critical mistake, focusing on the heightened risks for seniors. Third, we'll briefly touch on those unreliable subtle signs. Fourth, we'll examine the key factors causing high blood pressure, both those we can't change and, more importantly, the many we can. And finally, we will detail clear, actionable steps you can take, focusing on lifestyle adjustments and working effectively with your doctor. Let's start by truly understanding the condition itself. What exactly is high blood pressure? As we said, it's the force of your blood pushing against your artery walls as your heart pumps. This pressure is natural and necessary for circulation. When your pressure is measured, you get two numbers like 120/80. The top number, the first one, is the systolic pressure. Think of this as the peak pressure when your heart contracts, squeezing blood out into the arteries. It's the highest pressure during a heartbeat. The bottom number, the second one, is the diastolic pressure. This is the pressure in your arteries when your heart relaxes and refills between beats. It's the lowest pressure between heartbeats. Both numbers give important information. For a long time, more attention was paid to the bottom number. But health experts now understand that for older adults, the top number, the systolic pressure, is often a stronger predictor of risk, especially for stroke. Partly because arteries naturally tend to get a bit stiffer as we age, which can push that top number higher, even if the bottom number stays relatively normal. This specific situation, common in seniors, is called isolated systolic hypertension. So what are the ranges? Generally, Normal blood pressure is considered less than 120 for the top number and less than 80 for the bottom number. Elevated blood pressure is when the top number is between 120 and 129, while the bottom number is still less than 80. This is a warning zone. High blood pressure, or hypertension, starts when the top number is 130 or higher, or the bottom number is 80 or higher. More severe hypertension is diagnosed at 140 or higher on top, or 90 or higher on the bottom. Very high readings, over 180 on top or 120 on the bottom, signal a hypertensive crisis needing immediate medical help. Now back to why it's silent. Most people, especially in the elevated or early stages of high blood pressure, feel nothing unusual. You could have a reading of 145/85, putting significant strain on your system, and feel completely fine. That's the danger. Without regular checks, damage can occur silently until a major event happens. Relying on how you feel is not safe. Measurement is the only way to know. Let's tackle that harmful myth again, the idea that high blood pressure is just normal aging. While blood pressure can rise with age, dangerously high levels are not normal or acceptable. It's a medical condition needing management at any age. Thinking it's just my age leads to inaction, making you less likely to monitor, make changes, or take needed medication. This is especially risky for seniors because our bodies may have less reserve, and the long-term damage from high pressure hits harder. Consider the serious consequences, which become much more likely with uncontrolled high blood pressure in later life. First, stroke risk skyrockets. High pressure damages brain blood vessels, making them prone to bursting or clogging. A stroke can devastate your ability to speak, move, think, and live independently. Second, heart attack risk increases. The heart works overtime against high pressure, thickening and weakening, while the arteries supplying the heart itself get damaged. Third, heart failure can develop. The overworked heart eventually can't pump effectively, leading to fatigue, shortness of breath, and swelling, symptoms sometimes also wrongly blamed only on age. Fourth, kidney damage is a major concern. High pressure harms the kidney's tiny filtering vessels, leading to chronic kidney disease or even failure, potentially requiring dialysis. Fifth, vision loss can occur. Damage to the eye's delicate blood vessels, called hypertensive retinopathy, can blur vision or worse. And sixth, cognitive decline and dementia risk is linked to high blood pressure. Protecting your blood pressure helps protect your brain function and memory. So, dismissing high blood pressure isn't just ignoring numbers, it's risking your independence and quality of life. Shifting your mindset from it's normal to it's manageable is the crucial first step toward taking control. Now, about those potential subtle signs we mentioned. Remember, high blood pressure is usually silent. But sometimes, with very high or long-standing pressure, some people might notice things like morning headaches, spells of dizziness, unexplained nosebleeds, unusual shortness of breath, feeling extremely tired or mentally foggy, vision changes like blurriness, or maybe chest discomfort or palpitations. However, and this is critical, these signs are completely unreliable for diagnosis. They are vague, common, and can be caused by countless other things. Feeling fine doesn't mean your pressure is fine. Experiencing dizziness doesn't automatically mean your pressure is high. Do not wait for or rely on symptoms. Think of these unreliable signs only as potential prompts to get your blood pressure checked and discuss any concerns with your doctor. The only reliable symptom is the reading on the monitor. Understanding what influences blood pressure helps us manage it. Some factors we can't change, our age, risk increases, but high BP isn't inevitable. Our family history, genetics can play a role, signaling need for vigilance, and sometimes ethnicity, certain groups have higher risk, requiring awareness. But let's focus on the powerful factors we can control. Your diet is huge, especially sodium or salt. Too much sodium makes your body hold water, increasing blood volume and pressure. Most sodium comes hidden in processed foods, canned soups, frozen meals, deli meats, sauces, salty snacks, restaurant food. Reading labels is key. Aim for less than 2,300 milligrams daily, or even better, under 1,500 milligrams if you have hypertension. Cook at home more using herbs and spices instead of salt. Rinse canned beans and veggies. At the same time, boost your potassium intake from foods like bananas, spinach, sweet potatoes, beans, and yogurt. Potassium helps balance sodium. Your weight matters. Losing even 5 to 10% of your body weight if you're overweight can significantly lower blood pressure. Focus on gradual, sustainable changes. Regular physical activity is essential. Aim for about 30 minutes of moderate activity, like brisk walking, most days of the week. Swimming, water aerobics, cycling, dancing, even chair exercises if mobility is limited all count. Start slowly if you're new to exercise and always check with your doctor first. Include some light strength training too, like using resistance bands or light weights. Limiting alcohol is important. For seniors, often no more than 1 drink per day is recommended. Discuss this with your doctor, especially regarding medications. Quitting smoking is one of the best things you can possibly do. Smoking damages blood vessels and raises pressure immediately and long term. Ask your doctor for help quitting. Resources are available and it's never too late. Managing chronic stress helps. Find healthy outlets like walking in nature, listening to music, deep breathing, meditation, hobbies, or talking with friends. Prioritizing quality sleep, around 7 to 9 hours, is also beneficial. If you snore loudly or gasp during sleep, ask your doctor about sleep apnea, as treating it can help blood pressure. Finally, managing other conditions like diabetes or kidney disease effectively also helps control blood pressure. Recognizing these controllable factors empowers you to make impactful changes. So, knowing the risks and the causes, what can you actively do? Here are the key actionable steps for taking control of your blood pressure, presented as practical advice you can start using. The first key action is simply to know your numbers. This means getting your blood pressure measured regularly when you visit your doctor's office. It's also very helpful to seriously consider getting a home blood pressure monitor. These devices are generally easy to use and give you and your doctor a much truer picture of what your blood pressure is like throughout your normal day. If you do monitor at home, remember to follow the instructions carefully. Rest quietly for a few minutes beforehand, ensure your arm is supported comfortably around heart level, and keep your feet flat on the floor. It's best to take a couple of readings each time and keep a simple log of your results to share during your doctor appointments. This information is incredibly valuable for managing your health effectively. Next, it's crucial to embrace heart-healthy eating. Think simple and focus on whole foods. Plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins like fish or beans, and low-fat dairy products. This way of eating is often called the DASH approach and is proven to help blood pressure. Perhaps the biggest single dietary change most people can make is to drastically cut back on sodium or salt. Become a careful reader of nutrition labels, as sodium hides in many processed foods like canned soups, frozen meals, deli meats, salty snacks, and restaurant dishes. Aiming for less sodium means choosing fresh or frozen options more often and cooking at home where you control the salt. Flavor your food with delicious herbs, spices, garlic, lemon juice, or vinegar instead. Simple swaps make a big difference. For instance, instead of a high-salt canned soup, look for low-sodium versions or enjoy a simple homemade broth. Instead of reaching for salty chips, try a small handful of unsalted nuts or some air-popped popcorn. And while cutting sodium, remember to also include foods rich in potassium, like bananas, spinach, sweet potatoes, and beans, as potassium helps balance sodium's effects. A third vital step involves getting your body moving gently and regularly. The goal is to aim for about 150 minutes per week of moderate activity, which sounds like a lot but can be broken down easily. Think 30 minutes, 5 times a week, or even shorter 10 to 15-minute sessions. Brisk walking is a fantastic and free option for most people. Water exercises like swimming or water aerobics are wonderfully gentle on the joints. Cycling, dancing, or even gardening can also count. If mobility is a challenge, many effective exercises can be done while seated, such as marching in place or doing simple arm raises. The most important thing is consistency. If you're new to exercise, start slowly and gradually increase your time and effort. Always listen to your body, and it's wise to check in with your doctor before beginning any new exercise routine, especially if you have other health concerns. Remember, even small amounts of regular movement add up to significant benefits for your heart and blood pressure. The fourth action is to manage your weight healthily. If you are carrying extra pounds, losing even a modest amount of weight, perhaps 5 or 10%, can significantly lower blood pressure by reducing the strain on your heart and circulatory system. Focus on making gradual, sustainable changes through healthy eating and regular activity, rather than aiming for quick fixes that don't last. Fifth, it's important to limit alcohol intake and definitely quit smoking. If you drink alcohol, follow moderation guidelines, which for seniors often means no more than one standard drink per day, and discuss what's appropriate for you with your doctor. If you smoke, quitting is one of the most powerful actions you can take for your heart and blood pressure. Smoking damages blood vessels and raises pressure both immediately and over the long term. Numerous resources like counseling, patches, or medication can help you quit successfully. Ask your doctor for guidance. It's truly never too late to stop smoking and gain health benefits. A sixth practical step is to find healthy ways to handle stress. Chronic stress can negatively impact blood pressure over time by releasing stress hormones. Finding simple techniques that work for you is key. This could be practicing relaxation through deep breathing or meditation, enjoying hobbies you find calming, spending time in nature, listening to music, gentle stretching, or simply talking things over with supportive friends or family. Reducing stress helps calm your body and benefits your blood pressure. Seventh, make an effort to prioritize good quality sleep. Aiming for around 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep per night helps regulate many bodily functions, including blood pressure. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule and a relaxing bedtime routine can improve sleep quality. If you suspect you might have sleep apnea, perhaps due to loud snoring or daytime sleepiness, be sure to discuss it with your doctor, as treating sleep apnea can significantly improve blood pressure control. And the eighth essential action is to take medications exactly as prescribed, if your doctor determines they are necessary. Lifestyle changes are the foundation, but sometimes medication is needed to reach safe blood pressure levels. If medication is part of your plan, it's crucial to take it every single day as directed, even when you feel perfectly fine. Remember, high blood pressure is silent. Never stop taking your medication abruptly or change the dose on your own, as this can cause dangerous pressure spikes. Be open with your doctor about any side effects you might experience. Often, adjustments in dose or type of medication can be made. Think of managing your blood pressure as a partnership between you and your healthcare provider, working together for your best health. Before we summarize, just 2 quick but important notes. Remember white coat hypertension? That's high readings only at the doctor's office due to nerves. Home monitoring helps clarify this. Also, if you do take medication and experience side effects, talk to your doctor. Don't just stop the medicine. Work together to find what works best for you. And remember isolated systolic hypertension. That high top number matters, even if the bottom number is normal. Okay, let's quickly recap the most vital points to remember about managing high blood pressure, this common silent killer. First, know it's serious but manageable, not just normal aging. Its silence is the danger. Second, know your numbers through regular checks and possibly home monitoring. Third, focus on lifestyle. Eat a low-sodium, potassium-rich diet with lots of whole foods, get regular gentle exercise, manage weight, limit alcohol, quit smoking, handle stress, and sleep well. Fourth, work closely with your doctor, especially if medication is needed. Take it consistently and report any issues. The core message today is about empowerment. High blood pressure is serious, yes, but you have tremendous power to prevent or manage it. By understanding the real risks, rejecting harmful myths, and taking these practical, consistent steps, you are investing significantly in your long-term health, energy, and independence. We truly hope this information has been clear, valuable, and perhaps encouraging for you. Taking control of your blood pressure is a vital part of healthy aging. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. That simple click really helps our channel reach more seniors who could benefit from this advice. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell. By subscribing, you'll get more practical tips and information designed to help you stay healthy and independent. We also encourage you to share this video with friends or family members who might find it useful. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's one small step you might try this week for your heart health? Or, are there other senior health topics you'd like us to explore in future videos? Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Remember, every small positive step you take today contributes to a healthier tomorrow. It's never too late to prioritize your well-being. Your health is your most valuable asset. Thank you so much for watching. Stay informed, stay proactive, stay safe, and be well.